Have you ever tried to do a Google search of something because you're trying to find the answer of how to make like a better workout schedule, or like how do I find recipes for things, but like they're always kind of boilerplate, kind of template type of answers, but you need a specific answer for what you need. So I've been in that position many times, and I'm sure you have been in that position many times. And so I want to show you in this video how to create a workout schedule just for you, so that you're not just making a schedule where you're just maybe walking 1 day a week or trying to achieve a bodybuilder physique over a 7-day period. So let's find something that's sort of in between that works for you. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to want to use ChatGPT for something like this. Why? Because ChatGPT has something called persistent memory. And persistent memory is what's going to allow us to be able to use the schedule or even modify it in future use. So if we were to use other AI chatbots for something like this, we could do it and we could come up with a workout schedule that would work for right now. And in fact, for many people that actually might work. But let's use ChatGPT as an example here so we can see how we could use this over time. Okay, so what I'm going to show you is I'm going to use the dictate feature and just talk to ChatGPT and come up with a workout plan. Okay, ChatGPT, so I need your help with something, and I want to be able to come up with a workout plan with you that will help me build strength and build endurance, and I need it to fit my schedule. Okay, so now ChatGPT is telling me that before it can build a plan, it needs to check my availability, equipment, priority ratio. And so let's just work through that. Okay, so I'm not 100% sure where to start, right? So I'm going to follow more or less the suggestions that ChatGPT has given me. So for availability, I'm going to start with 3 times a week. For equipment, well, I don't really have any equipment. So we're going to tell ChatGPT we don't really have equipment. And for priority ratio, again, I don't really know where to start. So I'm going to let ChatGPT know this, and then we'll just go from there. Okay, chat. So for availability, I'm not really sure where to start. So let's start with your suggestion of 3 times per week for, let's say, about 45 minutes. And then for equipment, let's go with, well, I don't have any equipment. So are there any recommendations for exercises that I can do without equipment? And for priority ratio, again, I'm not 100% sure where to start. So maybe something that's a little more well-rounded and something that is, not too difficult, but not too easy. Something that like a beginner like myself can start with. Can you build something around that? Okay, so ChatGPT has responded, and it's a little bit long. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ask ChatGPT to show this in a table so it's easier to read. Okay, so ChatGPT, can you actually show this in a table so it's easier to read for me? Okay, so here is the table format that it gave me for this 3-day workout plan, or 3 times a week workout plan. Now, under day 2, it's saying that I can do incline push-up and chair dips. Okay, so for chair dips, I actually don't really have any good chairs for that. So I'm gonna have to try to do something else instead of that. So I'm actually gonna ask ChatGPT to replace that. Okay, so ChatGPT, so in day 2, you actually show chair dips as one of the exercises, but unfortunately, I don't have like any equipment or anything where I can do chair dips. Can you recommend something else? Okay, so here is the recommendation that ChatGPT has given me. 3 solid replacements. So kneeling closed grip push-up, tricep extension from knees, reverse tabletop press. Okay, so I've actually had to look those up, and it looks like those are pretty solid. So let's ask ChatGPT to replace The chair dips. Okay, so chat, can you replace the chair dips with one of these 3 exercises and then give me the table again that's been updated with the new exercise? Okay, so here is that updated table, and then now we see that for day 2, the chair dip has been replaced, so it looks like this looks okay for now. Okay, and now finally, now that we have our plan, we're going to save it into persistent memory, and then we're going to ask ChatGPT to do it. So for the last here, let's ask ChatGPT to save it. Okay, ChatGPT, so now that we have this 3-day-a-week plan for doing body weight exercises, I want you to save it. So can you save this into persistent memory? Okay, so now it's been saved. And I'll just note here that for the ChatGPT that I use, I've programmed it so that I make sure that it runs an audit, so that it's checking to see that whatever I save into persistent memory is not being overwritten by anything, something that I'm creating new, like this workout plan. So that's what this audit check is. And now it's saved. So now what I'm going to show you next is how to be able to go back to this plan and then use it in just everyday use. Okay, so now I've just opened up a new window, a new conversation window. And so that this is where persistent memory is useful. So now we're just gonna ask ChatGPT to bring it up. So chat, I need you to bring up my 3-day-a-week, what did we call it? Our hybrid workout schedule. Okay, so now it's pulling it up. And let's say it's day 2 and I want to just do day 2. So I'm just going to ask ChatGPT. Okay, so ChatGPT, can you just show me just day 2's workout schedule? Okay, and there it is. So on day 2, when I have 45 minutes of spare time, I can just go into my living room and then I can just do these exercises here. And that's how you do it. Now, just to kind of go over briefly again, so why did I do this with ChatGPT? It's because it has something called persistent memory. And if I was using another AI chatbot, I would have to come up with a plan like that and then maybe save it as a document and put it somewhere else. But for me, I'm a little bit lazy, so I want the AI chatbot to be able to remember all of this for me. So by using persistent memory, I can just open up just a random conversation window. I can just be in a different conversation altogether and then be able to get ChatGPT to create or reproduce that plan for me, as we've already discussed it before, and to just generate it on the spot. So I hope this helps, and then just let me know if you have any other questions about this, and then I can talk about it in a future video.